Boy, oh boy, he's back and he is crying again. This time, look at this. Don't be confused, Trump along with Jeffrey Epstein or with you in the psych ward. We had a long argument here about how wrong he was and how right I was. I mean, this goes back to how he wishes U.S. will perish before a cultured, civilized nation like Iran. I'd rather face World War III than to live under any USA rule. That's really big words for a guy that never been in war before. No one wants to deal with war. War is one of the worst things for everyone. It's when government programs are shut down, right? How else will you get your SNAP benefits? How will you get your free healthcare? This guy is just living under a rock. He's just enjoying his sweet life, trying to be noble, talking about how he's this great martyr that knows everything, and anyone that goes against him is a propagandist. And then I asked him if he liked Khamenei, and he said yes, right? And then he goes on a whole tirade about how noble he is and how amazing he is, and how he endured a bunch of hardship. No, you didn't endure any hardship. Your ancestor might have endured hardship if you're telling the truth, right? Or if you're not making that shit up. I'll just take your word for it and assume that you have a grandma that suffered or something. And he made all this bullshit up, all right, about how peace and loving he is, and he how much he loved peace and everything, but he much rather deal with World War III than to live under USA. The logic of this person is just not adding up, right? You could imagine how someone like this, uh, he doesn't deserve the luxury of negotiation. He doesn't deserve a reasonable conversation. He should be in a camp, making big rocks into little rocks. He should be in a wheel, jogging, or running, or crawling, so that wheel can generate electricity for useful people like me. Because if everyone in the society, if people like this uh, thrive in society, the world will fail. So it's best that we just force him to do fucking labor so he can piss off and not spread bullshit propaganda, right? Then I answered all his questions reasonably, talking about how because Trump never bombed Greece, he's from Greece. You should like him too, right? That's just one of the few things. Speaking of bombs, did you know that the uranium Iran has enriched at 60%, and they're making death threats to the United States? Like, what, we're supposed to just stand by and take death threats, and they keep making shitty modded GTA 5 videos of U.S. forces getting blown up. And this guy promotes it, right? He wants to see U.S., like the whole entire U.S. country die or blow the fuck up, right? Regardless of how there are innocent people that is probably on his side. He doesn't care. He just wants a whole country to blow the fuck up. That's just what these people are. They're essentially terrorists. But yeah. After I answered all his questions, right? As all of it, he tried to change the topic and then try to bring up Epstein. Like, okay, we're talking about Iran. What does Epstein have anything to do with it, right? This is what people do when they are wrong. They realize that, oh shit, I can't handle the truth. Let me try to change the topic. And yeah, I called him out on it. You just evaded all the facts I threw at you and jumped straight to a different topic. Dishonest and disingenuous. And then he just wrote me like a blanket statement. My words carry historical truth. Your words carry propaganda. Well, darn. How did you know I was a propagandist? Well, damn it. I was trying to spread misinformation to you, but obviously someone got to you before I did. This is why you don't deal with idiots. You don't deal with terrorists. You don't negotiate with terrorists, right? You don't talk to, these liars. Like these people. Here's the thing about these kinds of people, right? They can't handle the truth. They cannot accept the reality that they are wrong. right? Because this whole fake martyring and virtual signaling, it's all a part of their identity. If you were to tell them the reality of the situation, right, that the whole time what they were striving for is war and destruction to humanity, and they think that that's a good thing for humanity, right? And they start to make some logic out of it, they will cut that off immediately and go straight into uh, gaslighting themselves into thinking that, oh, everyone that disagrees with me is evil and propagandist. I speak the truth. He doesn't deserve a decent conversation. He should just go straight to a labor camp and just turn little big rocks into little rocks. But that's just how some people are, right? You have, when people are living in good times, right? People having a good life. He's probably really rich, really wealthy, but and he just lives under a rock essentially. Like, oh yes, the world about you see, I have a bunch of people that are virtual signalers. We're all good people. Everyone is evil, but that disagrees with us is evil. So what this guy end up doing is just that he's virtual signaling. He just goes straight into like, my words carry historical truth. Yeah, there's no evidence. I gave you evidence, right? I made a bunch of videos to prove to you that you are wrong, but so far as I could see it, you have failed to provide me with any sort of proof to this truth that you talk about. Pathetic and sad. Like, it doesn't get any more sad than this. Like this guy, he is living in absolute delusion. He's basically having a schizophrenic take on everything that someone says that he doesn't agree with. And you could, yeah. I mean, I showed him the videos of women celebrating after Khamenei was killed. I showed the videos of Khamenei's army shooting at civilians while they are protesting with lethal bullets. And if you go on the news, you can find out that after Khamenei's army killed someone, they would take that body and then they would write a bill and charge $5,000 per bullet used on that person, and then they would charge the family afterwards if you want their body back. It's like, this is what this guy promotes. He wants, just death to everybody. It's very easy to wish death on people, right? When you don't have to deal with it. Like, war is terrible. You don't need like a whole class to figure out that war is a bad thing. You don't want to go to war regardless of whether it's gonna be a landslide victory or it's gonna be you're gonna be in the back line or whatever, right? Even if you're back home and the war is happening outside of your country, you don't want to deal with that shit either. No one likes war except for a few maniacs that promotes it. And oh yeah, there was also the girl that was killed because a woman over there, they have a curfew. Like, they cannot be out past 9. If they're out past 9, the religious army of Khamenei, or the previous leader of Iran, they would kill women if they're out past 9 o'clock. Some woman was taking care of her mother, and when she left her mom's house to go back to her house, it was past 9. Khamenei's Iranian army shot and killed her just because she's past curfew. And yet this Spartan guy promotes that. Crazy, ain't it? But you know what? I can't help you. Like, I don't, or at least I don't know how to help you, because you're just. It's like arguing with a schizophrenic person, right? If you ever talk to a schizophrenic person, they always say these things that they are not, right? They will be like, "Oh, I speak 12 languages. I was a cop. I was an FBI agent. I protected the president. I was it was in a Navy SEAL. I was a bunch of things, right? I have 4 doctorates degree in different kind of science fields." They all this guy is basically having the same take, right? My words carry historical truth. Your your words carry propaganda. Ooh, look at that! Like, I mean, well, what kind of and even though I proved him wrong, I answered all his questions. I gave him proof. He just ignored it. Like he probably he scrolled through my channel and he looked at my videos. He commented on some of them, right? That just proves that he watched it, or maybe he didn't. Can't really say for sure. But if he did, whether he did or he didn't, that's bad faith on both ends, right? If you didn't watch it, that means you refuse to look at the truth. And if you did watch it and you saw it, then you're denying the truth. Boy, oh boy. This guy needs to go to a psych ward or a labor camp. Fuck him.